just consider me your greatest ally in addressing Hawaii's waste crisis. I've been doing this work for 23 years. Started Reuse Hawaii in 2006, and wanted to talk a little bit about the issues here here in our community surrounding waste, and then share a bit about our programs. And then Nat is going to talk about the workforce development initiatives that we have and the opportunities to train and employ folks. So first, the construction and demolition waste is the single largest contributor to our waste stream. It's a third of our waste, and a lot of that material is reusable or recyclable if we just redesign and think about how we're doing the demolition work. I guess the other thing is, as we all know, our landfills are closing. They're at capacity. The construction landfill is probably due to close in 2028, and the city's working on plans for another municipal landfill. This is just a national stat on construction waste. It just demonstrates how big C&D is compared to all other waste streams. So huge opportunity here. So what we're trying to do is get away from the linear economy, where we extract material from the earth, manufacture goods, and things are just dumped. And in some cases, there's like a planned obsolescence where things just break on their own. So we're just creating way too much waste in this linear economy model. So what we're trying to help facilitate is a transition to the circular economy. And it's a big field of study, but these are kind of three main things that we talk about with the circular economy. Keeping products and material in use is the work that we do. There's also lots of conservation work to regenerate natural systems. And then designing out waste and pollution, lots of work to be done in the construction and the architecture design field. So what we've kind of set up is a suite of programs to help address all the issues and create economic, social, and environmental benefits for everybody. So the deconstruction service is an alternative to conventional demolition, where we disassemble buildings in the opposite order that they're built in order to preserve the maximum amount of material for reuse and recycling. We do a lot of houses, for example, and we'll show you a time lapse in a second, where we can save up to 70% of the overall volume of the building. And then our redistribution program aims to redistribute the material to the community as an affordable resource. So we have a new facility on Salt Lake Boulevard. It's a 53,000 square foot storefront open to the public. And March 1, we have our grand opening, and we'll be 7 days a week at that point. And then our workshop aims to kind of inspire folks to what can be done with salvage materials. So we build products there, add value to them. Nat will talk about our workforce development initiatives. And then we also have a tree reclamation program. A lot of trees are coming down, really valuable material that shouldn't be dumped. And so we produce more local affordable resources with that. So here's kind of what the deconstruction looks like. Yeah, there it is. So very little wasted, and it only takes about 2.5 minutes to deconstruct a house. No, I'm just kidding. That was about 2 weeks with a 4-person crew. So with the social, environmental, and economic benefits, we kind of point to 5 main areas. The real obvious one is reducing the waste and emissions throughout the process of deconstruction and building material reuse. The emissions part is when we produce building materials, there's a tremendous amount of energy that's consumed. Take the case of lumber, building a road into the forest, trucking the tree out, milling it, kiln drying it, planing it, and then shipping it to its respective market. And so just when we can save material that's already here on island, we can preserve all that energy. The other benefit is just community savings of affordable resources. So in fiscal year 2023, we helped the community save $570,000 as compared to purchasing equivalent new material. Plus, it's, as for folks that have been to our facility, it's also just a fun experience to see what finds there are. And then preserving high quality material, old growth lumber, also just things that have a historical or cultural significance. For example, Ward Warehouse or Kona Village Resort were big deconstruction projects that we did. So there's provenance to some of the material that we salvaged from that. This is a photo of one of my favorite projects that used salvaged material from an old house in Kapahulu. And it's just, single wall redwood and oak floor that you see in an old house, but it's on the 28th floor of the First Hawaiian Center. So it's kind of a good example of adding value to some of this older material. And then the economics, everyone asks, like, wow, doesn't it cost more? And in fact, folks save a lot of money going the deconstruction route, in particular homeowners. So the upfront cost to deconstruction tends to be a little bit higher, but there's a tax deduction. This is an example sort of similar to what we saw in the time lapse. Folks get a $40,000 tax deduction on average, and the tax savings at a 33% tax bracket would be about $13,000. So in the end, it's like half the cost as conventional demolition. So folks love that, and it's nice to have an example of doing something green that actually pays off.